The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Ryan. His throw incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Ryan. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
To throw is Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 55 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And he whips that one incomplete there. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There you go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. To throw is Prescott. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Bounced right back on it, keeps possession. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd down, Prescott. And that's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Back onto the field come the Atlanta Falcons. We discussed what Matt Ryan did in Week 2 earlier. How about the run game? Because you remember, they've got Devontae Freeman out a couple of weeks with a knee injury, so it's been Tevin Coleman. He did good in Week 2.
Yeah, he certainly did, and he wants his partner back. But at the same time, haven't met a back yet that doesn't mind getting the football. And Tevin Coleman delivered a 100-yard afternoon against the Panthers. 107 yards, 16 carries. He doesn't mind being a workhorse until Devontae Freeman makes his way back to the field.
And then when he's back, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Ryan. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right?
You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play. But when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Prescott from the gun. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. To the air again, Prescott. He can run. Oh, Prescott stripped. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A fourth down gamble turns into a fourth down scramble, but all is well. First down.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Forced out to it, and he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Brooks Reed able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Looking to throw. Prescott. And Beasley's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cole Beasley from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are in for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On second down, Freeman able to slither by. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep your defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The left side completion to Jones. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? That the better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be third down. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Prescott buying time to his left. A dump off to Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
46. 46.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Running with Elliott. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Prescott on 1st down. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. First down now, but the clock continues to move. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Prescott. He's got his man. It's Williams. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it, now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it, we can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Coleman. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. We'll try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner. Get him out.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. They give him a gain of 38. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jack Crawford able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Gun.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? He's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. Coleman. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now Ryan on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demarcus Lawrence in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Third and long. It's Ryan. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Gun.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, we got a second here after that incompletion. Let's have a little fun. I know you saw Ryan Fitzpatrick's get up in the post-game press conference after week 2.
We're not talking about the beard this time.
No, well, that was part of the ensemble.
We're talking about the trappings, aren't we?
How about that outfit? Those were Deshaun Jackson's clothes, is that right?
That's my understanding. Clothes, jewelry, shades, the whole deal. He came out and paid homage to his guy who got him a 75-yard touchdown pass in the game.
Bye-bye, Beasley. The 20. 10, touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, let's take a step away from this game for a second. Talk about teams that are undefeated through 2 weeks in the NFL season. Miami, Denver, Cincinnati, Tampa Bay. How about those surprises all being 2-0 right now?
Yeah, the Jaguars, the Chiefs, and the Rams are all 2-0. Not a major surprise. You're exactly right, because they have one common characteristic, those teams you mentioned, Miami, Denver, Cincinnati, and Tampa. None of them made the playoffs last year. And what's the one thing we do know about the NFL?
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
The 15 yards there on the catch and run. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Prescott now under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Brooks Reed in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and long for Prescott. It's caught right side. It turns. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He may try and run for this. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble. But all is well. 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation, because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? To throw is Prescott. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys add on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tyrone Crawford continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Here's Coleman. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. It's a gain of 7 on the carry, but they'll need to double that here. It's 3rd and 14. They will run again with Coleman. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. It's caught. Jones. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
21.
On second down, Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And all the way down to the 26. A big play here for the Cowboys. And even 50 yards from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Then he finds Beasley complete. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Got it. 25, 22.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Hey, let's go.
Coleman now. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Gun. Gun. Left. Got it. Go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Throwing here, Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He's got room to run past the 20, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down.
46.
Prescott from the gun on third. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
First down, Prescott. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognized that he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
Second down, Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Well, Prescott here to throw. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keith Tandy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.